You will learn about the Second World War, impact of the Second World War, and also about the two important influences. After 21 years from the First World War, over 20 million soldiers and 40 million civilians died in the Second World War. Around 27 million people, including 8 million military soldiers and 19 million civilians, were lost in the USSR. Out of the total death percentage in the World War II, approximately 85% was on the Allied side and 15% was on the Axis side. The Second World War was fought from 1939 to 1945 between the Allies and the Axis powers. Britain, France, USSR and USA were the Allied powers. Germany, Italy and Japan were the Axis powers. The damage and destruction to life and property were very high when compared to the First World War. The war collapsed the global economy growth. Many cities were completely demolished in the war. Many innocent people were killed since the war was fought mainly outside the battlefield. After the war, the reconstruction was the only motive for all the countries. After the war, two important influences were shaped. First one was USA emerged as the dominant economic, political and military power in the Western world. And the second one was USSR, in spite of the German attack, transformed itself from an agrarian nation to a developed nation after the war. You have learned the Second World War was fought from 1939 to 1945 between the Allies and the Axis powers on land, sea and air. The damage and destruction to life and property were very high when compared with the First World War. The war brought a collapse to the global economy. After the war, two nations came into forefront, USA and USSR.